So we're going to play Masks Monday, and everybody here, I think this is your first time playing, which is pretty cool. We'll be super bumbling together, but I've tried to get myself up to date on the rules. I've watched a couple of plays of this. It looks like a really fun system. The best way to kind of get your head around it, if you've not kind of read the splat for it and stuff, it's definitely kind of the love child of Teen Titans and Young Justice and all those kind of younger hero teams. So we're not going to be the Justice League quite yet. We're not even really the X-Men, probably. We're more like Young Justice, Runaways, Teen Titans, which is fine because those are all some of the best comics you can get out there. And along those lines, a lot of it's about characters trying to discover themselves and where they stand in the world around them. Who's played a superhero RPG before of any kind?
I'm currently DMing a Valiant game.
Oh yeah, that's that's the classic one, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like the Callus system. I'm not super in love with the mechanics, and we're going to change in it, but just the comics and just the story of it and the powers I really enjoy.
Yeah, I've never played a superhero role-playing game before. I don't know. I've just never really had the opportunity to. But I'm really quite excited to do it because I think I used to read comics when I was younger. I still watch every superhero movie that comes out. I watched Luke Cage over the space of 3 days, while also working.
Working.
Yeah. And I love superheroes, and I think superheroes are really important. I think they've been important to every generation, but they're particularly important to kind of around our age group because they give a very important they give people a way of kind of exploring morality and ideals in a kind of safe environment when they're younger, so that when you grow up you can have these kind of people to look to give you an idea of what's right and wrong. I think it's an important thing, comic books, and I think heroes are very important to people. I think this game looks like it captures it pretty well.
Especially now, just they've gotten them a lot more inclusive now, with just the different social ideals of same gender marriages, different ethnicities as being super.
Whoops. Do. Made the mistake of very, very gently nudging my Belkin internet receiver.
Is anyone else see two of him?
Yeah.
No.
There's a double.
Don't do it.
He's gone.
That's great. He's gone.
He's the Flash.
The evil twin. Watch out.
Am I back? Is there two of them?
Yeah.
Does he have a mustache?
Yes, I do have a mustache.
No, the twin. Does he not? Oh no! How could you tell?
I am the evil twin all along. Is there still two of me?
Nah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, sorry, I very gently nudged my internet. But yeah, no, you're right. The comics have done a lot to try and be inclusive. Sometimes they go a bit far, I feel. It's just there was a thing for a long time where it's so many female characters are bisexual or gay. It's I feel you're writing this for you.
This demographic isn't this large. The spreadsheet should not have this many people over here.
85% of all women in comic books are gay or bisexual.
Have you seen what they've done now? DC, they've done an all-black Justice League. They made a black Superman, And like, I feel like
I'm
it's just gone
totally fine. There's
overboard.
already 2 black Supermans, by the way.
Yeah.
I don't know why
I
that
feel
would be a thing, but
Black Flash would make a lot of sense because he just runs really fast. It would kind of match our Olympics at the moment. But yeah, no, I sometimes they go a little far with the. But they've.
Yeah.
I like recently they did basically they did like Wonder Woman is bisexual, but the kind of coming out of it was like, yeah, but we all already knew that. Like, come on, she's always been like she was from an Amazonian island. This
made
isn't
from clay.
News.
Yeah,
this isn't news to anyone.
She's a goddess. She can have sex with everyone. We all already knew this.
Yes. She's probably okay with minotaurs. Like,
Yeah.
she dated one in college.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That was where her experimental days before she met good guys like Batman and Superman.
Yeah, you know, satyrs and all that stuff.
Yeah, satyrs are, they're always good at keggers.
That is canon for their lore because they have met Zeus. They fought against Hercules and all that jazz.
Yeah.
And you got to fight against Zeus because that guy is a dick. Turn into
Raping
a swan.
women and shit.
He'll turn into a swan and have sex with your wife.
Or a pile of gold. Yeah, who knows? How do you win when a dude can turn into a pile of gold and still have sex with your wife? Like, how do you win?
I need to go.
I'm giving her the bling.
Everyone go check on their girlfriends right now and make sure there's not a pile of gold on top of them rolling around.
Literally happened in one of the stories.
I know.
Not even a joke. Oh man.
It's the one where he turns into a swan. I went for a little Greek mythology
or a rain
stage
cloud.
recently.
That's a good one too. He turns into a rain cloud and rapes a chick.
Oh, that Zeus.
The sprays on her. It's like, yeah, you like that? Yeah. Nature, bitch.
I'm sure I was talking about comic books at some stage. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to playing a comic book game. So, can everyone go around, just tell me their name and their character name. Let me know the kind of appearance of your character and maybe like a quick blurb about them. And then once we've done that, I'll ask you about the playbooks you've chosen. So we'll start with Joshua and Shades.
Cool. Yeah, my character's name is Shade. Real name unknown. He's basically the kind of Dark Phoenix Raven of the group. He was born into a family of cultists. Head of the cultists were his parents. Cultists spread worldwide, and he was basically conceived and born during these rituals, and he is supposed to embody this demonic evil force. He generally wears thick black garb. He can mutate his face and his appearance to be anything that he wants, and is very seclusive, and he's always on the run, as his family always seem to somehow find him.
Cool. Some dark, and there's like a dark voice chattering in your head as well.
Yeah. The dark entity has recently started voicing its own opinions of what I should do.
Going, hey buddy, you should eat that baby.
Well, hey there, pal.
That's the dark entity's voice. That's canon. Cool. Vector.
Yeah, so my character name is Vector, aka Isaac Carnot. He's a Swiss young boy who disappeared during an experiment in the Large Hadron Collider, particle accelerator. So he disappeared and reappeared several months later after he accidentally provoked gravitational singularities all around the world. And his master, Mr. Hakim, aka Quantum Flux, Silver Generation superhero, helped him to bring back his body to our reality, and so the young boy starts his new life.
Yeah. Fighting crime in another country, away from his parents and stuff. Going through a lot of angsty shit there. Yeah, and I like you definitely incorporated the Silver Generation heroes idea there. I think, which is interesting. I find the generations in this game a very interesting bit, and the silver generations, these like really powerful godlike figures.
Yeah.
They're definitely
Which don't care too much about human beings.
I mean, that's often like a story plot. It's like, yeah, the Justice League always off fighting Darkseid and the like, but when's the last time they stopped a mugger kind of idea? You know, which is pretty cool. And what does your character look like?
5 feet tall guy, white hair after the incident, tanned skin, dark glowing eyes. He hides them behind lenses, and when he's Vector, he wears a classic spandex black costume with a stylized V, like large white V, on his chest.
Nice.
And he's got like fingerless black gloves and golden bracelets.
Nice. I can definitely kind of picture him in my head. Like, that's pretty cool. Cool. Evan, Evergreen, the Transformed.
Yeah, I'm Evergreen. I'm you look a lot different than I used to look. I was Jackson Ryder, like a star running back for the high school, rich kid. Dad rode a motorcycle. I stole it sometimes. One time I stole it. Got crashed in the middle of the forest. I woke up, turned into something that I'd never seen before. So he's large. His flesh is like bark and tree. He's he was 5'10", or average heightish, but he is now like 6'5", and he has like different vegetation growing off of him on his shoulders, like mushrooms and what could be moss and vines and other things like covering his face. And he's just incredibly strong, and he has an affinity for like plants, so he can hear plants talk to him, and he can speak back with them. He kind of understands plants more than people now. He's kind of separated from his humanity, and he's kind of struggling with that. That's his main struggle: is am I the monster or am I the human that I used to be?
Yeah, which is an interesting one, and this is the perfect game to do that, because rather than having stats of strength and dexterity and quickness, it's actually how you view yourself. So a high freak means you think you're a monster and a freak. And if that goes up and down and lowers and changes, it's because you've changed how you view yourself as a character. And your freak goes all the way up to free, and your mundane goes all the way down to -3. At that stage, it's a disconnected elemental. So,
yeah, like right now I'm at +3 freak, -1 mundane, so I'm already
you're
the way there.
You already see yourself as a complete disconnected freak, and you're losing your connection with humanity, which is cool. Which is, it's no secret, I'm guessing Swamp Thing was a big inspiration there. And
yeah, definitely.
The further you get in Swamp Thing, once Alan Moore takes him over, the further he gets away from a person. It just happens. So yeah, that's great. And Gent Skeleton PI. Prai?
Prai, yeah. So PI, Prai, any of these kinds of things. The look is very much like Private Dick. She it is a girl when in costume. No, she's got like a helmet on. It has maybe just like a single camera in the front, and she wears like fedora, the trench coat, the look. The like kind of Rorschach / Daft Punk.
Yeah. So like a big metal like faceplate kind of thing, like a shiny reflective faceplate.
Something totally over her face, probably like a single like lens in the front, and then like fedora, trench coat, like buckled up, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, like a techno question.
Yeah,
that's nice. I like that with like the big camera eye. That'd be really kind of intimidating in its own way. Yeah.
So when she talks, it just kind of sounds robotic. She does express orally, but it doesn't. There's no sound of like gender and like or racial tinge to it at all. It sounds very much robotic, and people question whether or not I'm like a cyborg. I am not, though.
That's cool. And you are the protege, which means you have a mentor. You have a direct connection as well, like Vector to the other generations.
Mm-hmm. My mentor, his name is Oculus. He's kind of like Batman, V for Vendetta, Punisher style. He's very much vengeance oriented. He has lots of money. Disgruntled billionaire kind of guy. He's very vengeful, and he thinks a lot of himself. He thinks he's a lot smarter than everybody else. One of his embodiments is superiority.
Yeah.
So
A Batman slash like Tony Stark with Batman's mood.
yeah,
Yeah, like
and Tony Stark's moral ambiguity. So yeah.
nice. That's cool. 1 sec, I'm just gonna grab a pen because before we do backgrounds, because that's kind of important, and I don't have one in my room for some reason. Say interesting stuff while I'm gone.
Interesting stuff.
Interesting stuff.
Yeah. We did it, guys. We can go home now.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see how gravity manipulation goes down in the game. That's going to be cool.
Yeah, I have some pretty cool ideas. Yeah.
Now I have a pen. Cool. So, next up, could I just get you go back in the same order? Just say what your playbook is, kind of what drew you to it, and if you want, you could read out the little paragraph they have about it, like that little kind of like an apocalypse world, the one that's always full of like swearing and fucking. Only now it's toned down a bit. Shay, do you want to go first?
Sure. I suppose I'll read the little blurb. Something about your powers dooms you. It's just a matter of time before your doom comes for you. Until then, though you've got a nemesis who needs fighting and a world that needs saving, after all, it's better to burn out than to fade away.
That's never been said so seductively before. Thank you, as always, Shade.
Yeah, it's alright.
So the Doomed is kind of all about, from what I've seen, you get a lot of power, but you've got like a literal ticking clock that runs down, and when it runs out, you're pretty much fucked. And as it goes, things get more desperate for your character.
It's like one of my my doom signs are basically if I show mercy and if I injure innocence. So like my inner voice, the darkness inside of me, which is the creature trying to take hold, is always trying to make me do evil acts and kill. And I've kind of tried to twist that, and by kind of punishing evildoers, but it always tries to twist it in a way where I will accidentally injure an innocent person, so it can greatly get hold of me.
What does it mean by show mercy? Does that mean if you show mercy to somebody, you get a tick? So you've always got to be merciless, or?
Yeah, so like if I'm like say fighting someone stuff like that and I hold back, or if I don't go to the extreme, it would basically mean a doom sign. So I would always have to like say if someone's gonna punch your face, I break a nose. If someone's gonna sprain an arm, I break it.
That's such a messed up thing for a hero to have. Like,
yeah,
I've got to break your arm, otherwise Satan will take me. It's so messed up.
Yeah.
Man,
that's where like my character spun it and be like, you know what, if I have to hurt people, let it be bad people.
Yeah, cool. You're gonna be a loose cannon, Shade.
Yeah.
Show mercy and harming innocence are your two triggers.
Yes.
Cool. Vector, the Nova.
Yeah. So the Nova playbook says, you're a font of power. Channel it and you can remake the world into exactly what you want. Unleash it and you can do miracles. It's wonderful and terrifying. Lose control for even a second and other people get hurt.
Cool. What drew you to the Nova? Is it like a hero like you like in comics who you think's a Nova, or is it just the playbook?
It's just I wanted to play this game. I've been wanting to play this game a long time. So with friends, we wanted to play this game, but didn't manage to to play. And my character was the beacon, so the normal guy with no powers and just his fighting skills.
So you went
So I
completely
decided
the other way.
Yeah, to go completely the other way and take the full power guy,
Yeah.
which struggles to keep his powers under control.
Yeah, because this is the Dark Phoenix one. This is the blaster. Nice. That's cool. Evergreen.
Yeah, I chose the transformed, and this is the little thing. You can recall a time not too long ago when you looked normal, when you didn't feel their stares, when you didn't hear their gasps, when no one thought of you as a monster. Those were the days, huh? So, what drew me to this one was really I've always chose monsters. Like my first D&D character ever was a Minotaur. So like I like the internal struggle of being a monster or being like a human, or like just trying to separate the two. And it's really what drew me to it. That's my go-to kind of character. I've toned it down now, but this one I thought introducing it, I might as well go my favorite kind of thing.
Yeah, and if you've always liked that, this is definitely the perfect game for it, because it's all about how your character views himself. That's cool.
Yeah. Hulk is my favorite superhero, so
yeah. Hulk's fun. And PR.
Hulk smash?
No, that's not your thing.
Just a little, the little blurb next to the little character image, right?
Yeah.
You've proved yourself to be an experienced hero. They think you've got what it takes. They've been training you for a while, and now you have to decide: do you want to be them, or will you find your own path?
Nice. And your mentor is Oculus.
Oculus, yeah.
That's cool. Vector, what was the name of your silver-aged hero who's kind of watching over you?
His real name or superhero name?
Superhero name. I don't really know his real name.
Quantum Flux.
That's another good name. You guys are bringing it. I like it. I had to try and figure out how to spell quantum then, and I failed. Cool. So, PR, your mentor is Oculus, and what drew you to being the protege?
Titans, go! Like, it's literally the coolest thing you can do.
So you like Robin in the Teen Titans. You like
the call to arms. Robin, being the least powerful character in the show, has the most authority as a character. He has the most agency of all of the characters in the Titans. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Being the one who has all the information and like the ability to connect the team, he is always forced into roles of like power, and even though he's not necessarily even designed to be the leader.
I suppose it's kind of a thing. If all your teammates are going through weird existential crises involving being
and
aliens
I've been doing this since
and
I'm like
gods,
8 years old, yeah.
It comes down to the normal person to be like, okay, guys, I know we've got a lot of shit going on, but we have to do some work. Like,
yeah, like exactly.
I'm
The
sorry
only one
that
who's
your
really
demonic
trained-
girlfriend dumped you, but we got to do some stuff. Come on.
Yeah, the only one who's actually equipped to do it is the one who's least equipped. It's so funny.
Yeah, no, it's true. It's true. It's Teen Titans. It's Robin in what's it called in Young Justice. It's Robin. It's always Robin.
Different Robin too.
I'm trying to think
Always
of
Robin.
the Marvel version. Well, I suppose even in like X-Men, Cyclops isn't particularly powerful, but he's the one in charge of the team normally.
Well, secretly, Cyclops is like a powerhouse. That's why he's the leader, because he's secretly the most powerful. He's like a bomb.
I forgot how suddenly aggressive people get when it comes to Cyclops.
He was always the coolest. He was a sleeper. Fuck Logan.
No,
Gene!
I like Cyclops too, but I always find it funny because either people just go fuck Cyclops or fuck yeah Cyclops. There's no middle ground. Cool.
That's the problem with authority figures, though. I think. Yeah.
I like Cyclops now that he's a terrorist, or if he still is. I don't know. It's been a while since I read comics, but I just read up. It's like Cyclops has become a terrorist. I'm like, that's good. I love the idea of Cyclops leading a SWAT team. Cool. So I was thinking, like, this game's all about we've got to have a team dynamic. Now, because we do our big like group thing and people drop in and out and we play when we can, I was thinking what we could do is perhaps our team. It's not just you guys, but it could perhaps be a sort of larger fraternity almost.
Like a Titan network,
Yeah, like
right? Because there's the East Coast Titans and the West Coast Titans and the Teen Titans.
yeah, sort of like that, or like Young Justice when Young Justice got big enough that there were like a
Young
lot of
Justice League, yeah.
yeah. There's like a fair few of you in this group, kind of loosely connected, and like some of you maybe work together more than others. Some of you maybe don't know or get along with everyone in the tower.
Another Teen Titan thing, I took I have a bunch of equipment from my mentor, and I have communicators, so I give everybody communicators.
This will be very useful. Cool. So I haven't really got a name for it down completely yet. I was thinking it's probably like a group set up by one of the Golden/Silver Age heroes. I was thinking of a hero called Foresight, kind of a future viewing hero, who thought it would be important to set. He saw there would be this next generation of heroes, and he wanted to create a kind of safe space for them. He's dead now, but his son still pays the bills. So effectively, I kind of like the idea that there's just somewhere in Hekion, the city. Halcyon. Thank you. Halcyon City. There's like a flop house for young heroes. Like, it's probably got a bit of a student feel to it. Like, there's a rec room with a hole in the wall, and like there's bunk beds.
Somebody punched it, but nobody's fixed it yet.
Yeah, exactly. Like, Foresight isn't around anymore, and his son's not as interested. He's just paying the checks. So there's just like pizza boxes everywhere, and like it's definitely not the Hall of Justice.
Low rent studio apartment.
Yeah, exactly. It's got much more of like a dorm room feel than an actual headquarters feel.
Nice.
There's like, you know, a giant swamp monster playing Call of Duty, just like on the big screen TV that's got some stains
I feel like
on
you'd be
it.
playing Minecraft. Thank you very much. It's a lot more constructive.
Yeah, Minecraft. So yeah, does everyone kind of like that idea for the team sort of structure?
I love Teen Titan base has always been my favorite. So like the idea of a base with like there's electronics and pizza boxes and like a mini fridge that has like sodas on top that are spilled over and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, and there's like just stuff in there like just has a big like if it's your food, you don't like write your name on it. You just draw your superhero icon. So there's big V's on half the food.
Like eyes, like just drawn on eyes on everything, and
nice. I like that.
Like I'm watching you.
What do you think for a name for the group? I was thinking the fraternity, but if that doesn't work for people, like if they've got a better idea, because I'm not 100% connected to it.
Fraternity, the Brotherhood, Spartan. I don't know. I'm fine with this though.
It could be like Phoenix, like Rise.
The organization.
Of the old heroes.
I like the really vague names always.
Or something like the Prodigies.
Collective.
Collective sounds scary.
Yeah, Collective
like
sounds
that.
a little evil.
That sounds like something that like Professor Reed came up with. You know what I mean? When he was like secretly a villain.
Let's see. I think the Collective is probably your opposition fraternity. Like the Collective is the supervillain version.
Yeah.
Like the Hive.
Yeah, pretty much. What was your idea there, Evergreen? I heard you say one.
I said like Phoenix, like Team
Phoenix?
Phoenix, like an initiative kind of thing.
Team Phoenix.
That
That kind of
that's something involving like
that kind of assumes rising after a fall, though, and I don't think like your character probably too young to have had a fall.
But the idea is that maybe there was a falling out of heroes in general, and this is a new push for like a younger group of heroes.
Yeah, that could work. Perhaps Foresight put this in place because he foresaw an event that has happened. Perhaps during the Bronze Age there was a civil war
Like a civil
situation, and this was kind of that's maybe where he died, and this was his last. His last, like, I saw this coming, was to set up the Phoenix Foundation.
I feel like now the
Phoenix
initiative is
Foundation.
and like the initiative is like on its last legs now, maybe, as you can see by our disheveled workspace.
Phoenix. How's the Phoenix Foundation?
Because then we'd be the Phoenix Force.
Yeah, we're close. I mean, we got a Nova. Cool. So you're the Phoenix
Yeah.
Foundation.
Yeah, if everybody
Phoenix is-
likes it.
Phoenix, rise!
Rise of the Phoenix, one of my favorite of the new.
Phoenix, take flight! I have a jet, I think. Do I have... Oh, wait, no, I don't have a transportation. I can switch that. We can have a jet. We can have a Phoenix mobile.
Nice. What was I gonna say? That's one of my favorite Tenacious D songs these days. Is "Rise of the Phoenix."
Rise of the Phoenix!
I knew you'd be good for that one, gent. I knew you'd have my back there. Cool. So that's that.
We'll
So
fucking rise again. Let's go.
like your energy. All right. So last thing, I guess. Yeah, to do in character creation is everyone's backgrounds. So I think that's the last thing. I'm new to this as well. So if I'm missing any steps and people notice it on their way, let me know. But
we have like relationships as well and things like that.
Is that not part of backgrounds?
When we have a team, and when we talk about our team roles, that'll all come out.
So it's the background first.
It happens simultaneously. If you look at yours, like what do you care about your team? How'd you meet them?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So
I'm just all about me.
I'm just doing it to Shade every time because he's like on the left and I'm going left to right.
alright.
But yeah, Shade, you want to go first?
I suppose.
I suppose.
So the background's right.
Yes.
Cool. My first one is, when did you first learn of your doom? This is in my backstory. I said it before. I was born with it, so I was aware of it from birth. My powers manifested when I was like 5, and I was trained in my power use, ancient texts, and forbidden knowledge. I escaped when I was like 15. I've traveled the world just trying to run away.
Cool. So quite young on, you had to run for your life.
Yeah.
Cool.
Second one is, where did you get your sanctuary? And my sanctuary is kind of like my own fortress of solitude, my secluded place. I picked some things for it. It has a library of valuable tomes, a scattering of ancient relics, and a meditation space. I got my sanctuary, I suppose when I was like 17. I found an old cache of the cult. I think I wrote the cult's name. I can't remember it off the top of my head. I have to look it up. But since the cult has like a smattering of like famous and political people around the world, there are quite a lot of expendable funds, and I was able to acquire some and make my fortress, my sanctuary.
Sanctuary, cool. Nice. Yeah, I've brought up your thing here. Why do you oppose your nemesis? Is your next question, isn't it?
Yeah, I read in my backstory that I'm being hunted by my family and also by my 2 older siblings, and my nemesis is my older sister. She was like always the one who was there for me, like to protect me when I was younger. But as we got older, the attention put more on me than her, and she grew to resent me. And now she's out to kind of kill me / bring me back, and to drive the doom in me ever closer.
Yeah. So your nemesis isn't the voice in your head itself. It's actually got more of a physical embodiment from your sister.
Yeah, I mean, like the physical embodiment it's me. Like I can't escape that. But like
okay.
She is like my nemesis. Where she is like, she would always like, she's basically like a plotter. Like she would do these grand designs that would try and trick me into using my powers into like making me succumb to the darkness.
What's her name?
What was that? Sorry.
What's her name?
Your cam cut off, by the way. Her name would be Fidinia.
And what about the brother? Is it a younger brother, older brother?
He's like the middle child. His name would be Lucien.
Does he have powers, or is it just you?
We'll say he has powers. Yeah. He has some kind of like energy and shadow manipulation, all kind of
Nice.
further on like the dark side.
Maybe you
It's-
can make like shadow blades and stuff.
Yeah,
That's kind
definitely.
of cool. Nice. I like that. What's your next question?
My next question is: what your question nemesis? Who outside of the team is crucial to defeating your nemesis? I haven't really thought about like outside influences or anything like that.
Is it Jesus?
Vector seems pretty powerful.
When he takes the wheel, yeah. Vector. It's outside the team now.
Oh, never mind.
I suppose it'd be. I suppose it'd be like another silver aged hero who I kind of resent, but kind of like know his power. He himself has had to deal with like a dark cosmic force.
Perhaps it's sort of a Doctor Strange or Doctor Fate analogy.
Yeah,
The powerful sorcerer could be. What's a good sorcerer name? We could just we could rip it like straight from myth. Maybe it's I'm trying to think, who's that woman in the Greek islands who turned sailors into pigs?
Oh, Circe.
Cersei. Yeah.
Circe. Yeah, maybe it's like something like old, like Circe. Like maybe she's like an active force in the magical community.
Yeah, definitely.
You want to be Circe?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Sounds
happy
amazing.
I'm happy to have creepy like French, not French, Greek. I've already got creepy French here. Greek people in. Circe, I'm making notes and I have to make them quickly. So I've just written down pig lady.
Pig lady.
Pig lady.
That works. Snake lady also works. Sea lady works.
True. And why does the team matter to you?
Like I've never admitted, but they actually have helped me, like almost like therapeutically, like some kind of counseling. They reassure me of like I actually can do good, and I'm not this innate monster
Nice.
that I'm trying to be.
So you ran away when you were 15, and you found a sanctuary of hidden books and tomes. But you still work to oppose your nemesis, who is mostly your sister, Fidinia, and your brother Lucian, with the occasional help of Circe. Kind of, I'm guessing, being kind of a cryptic, annoying, like, oh, you'll understand one day, child.
Dreams and visions and stuff.
Cool. And the next bit is
the thing is about the cultists, but they always seem to find me, and I never understand how. This weird connection.
Yeah, that's cool. We'll do the when our team first came together, relationships and influence, once we've gone through everyone's backstory. Just that way you'll have a better idea of who they are and know how to get them. Cool. So, Vector.
Yeah. So the first question is, when did I first use my powers? So in my backstory, I wrote I used them unconsciously while my body was away, like when my body was decayed, and I was like panicked, and my powers like manifested.
Manifested.
Yeah, okay. In the real world, as gravitational singularities all around the world. So, I guess that's the...
Yeah. And that answers the question, who's the first person you accidentally hurt? I think it was an old lady in France, was it?
Yeah. Yeah.
I read
an
your
old lady
backstory.
in Paris. So, yeah, an old lady in Paris who got crushed by like sudden heavy gravity in her garden.
Just
and
like
then
the old gypsy woman said.
Yeah. And and then many other people got hurt while I was not controlling my powers. While I was not in my body.
And then who outside the team helped you control your powers? We know that was Quantum Flux, the Silver Age powerhouse hero.
Yeah, it's like a Silver Age Nova with who controls cosmic energies.
Yeah, like a Silver Surfer or Firestorm kind of.
Yeah,
power. Nice.
I wrote he's kind of hosting a cosmic entity.
Ooh,
So
nice, nice. Okay.
then, why do I continue to use my powers? Because Quantum Flux told me I could help people and not only hurt them with my powers. He told me that there were forces out there who can destroy the whole world. So the world needs heroes like me with great powers to face those great dangers.
Great. And why would the powerful gravity-wielding demigod care about his team of mere mortals?
Because they help me feel mortal. Because I was away from my body for a long while, and when I got back into it, I had difficulties to go back to school and see normal people. And my master is a complete freak, like a cosmic entity in an old guy body. So the team is like the good point between the full moral thing and the cosmic entities.
They help you keep your mundane.
Yeah.
Nice, nice.
But they are not too mundane, actually.
Yeah.
They're just
they're freak enough that you can relate to them. They're mundane enough that you don't go full Dr. Manhattan.
Yeah.
Nice.
Splatter them all in the snow.
Yeah. Evergreen.
Alrighty. These are just the backstory questions on your sheet, right?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Just to give it, we've kind of already done them now that I've kind of gone through them once, but why not? Hammer that nail.
Yeah. My first one is who were you before? And my character was Jackson Ryder. You know, typical like star running back of the football team, like popular kid, rich, and everybody loved him. And then one day, you know, he drove his dad's motorcycle on a midnight ride. He was angry and he crashed in the woods, and he emerged what he is now.
Nice.
And that leads right into my next question.
Yeah, that answers the second question. When did you change and what caused it? So, who outside the team is helping you understand your new body? And there is somebody, isn't there, for Evergreen?
Yes, it's Eli, the mechanic. When I woke up, I had my dad's bike and it was destroyed. I hadn't changed yet, but it was destroyed, and I had to get it taken somewhere, maybe fix it before my dad woke up in the morning. And that's where I went, and that's where I actually changed. And he's just been like, I've known him, like maybe he was an ex-auto shop teacher before they like cut the program in the school. They didn't really care about it anymore, I guess.
Yeah.
And he just knew him from that. And everybody thinks that Jackson Ryder died because his parents just made the sob story. They didn't even look for him. They made the sob story that he died in a motorcycle accident in the woods. And he's been staying with Eli ever since until he heard about the team, and he moved to the Flophouse.
I'm really liking the idea of Eli as that kind of character you get in comic books sometimes, the super grounded, like, nice older guy character. Your Uncle Ben or your... Yeah, that's cool.
Totally human.
Yeah. Why don't you just try and hide yourself away, you freaky mushroom man?
He thought about it a couple of times, especially when he went into the town and tried to get a slushie or something, and everybody would freak out and try to shoot him and call the cops. And the reason he can't is because he has the plant affinity, which means he hears like all the cries from like the wilderness and all the plants. So they push him to keep fighting because he basically inherited the guardian of the wilderness kind of thing. It was forced upon him, and also he thinks he's a monster. And if he said, if I'm cursed with this, I might as well try to help people at the same time because I'm not the only monster in Halcyon City.
Yeah, not by a long stretch. And why do you care about your team?
He cares about them because, I mean, in his eyes, he's a freak, but they're also a lot of freaks. They're also freaks too, just in general. And he's like, They
That
make
makes
him
sense.
look less freaky in a way, and also he just feels like he fits in. He hasn't belonged in over a year and a half since his incident, and it's the only way he feels human.
Cool. Cool. Uh, Pry, how did you first meet your mentor?
I think it was probably. Should I just start with my name first, maybe?
Yeah, if you want.
My name is Toki. Toke. I was the daughter of probably like a yakuza or something, somebody pretty brutal, and then Oculus came after him because he was a criminal, and then after a particularly probably brutal fight, I was in a closet, maybe clutching a knife or something sharp, and Oculus found me and maybe didn't even realize it. He took pity on me and decided that I could be useful to him.
Did Oculus kill your father, your Yakuza boss dad? Or is he still
Yeah,
out
probably. Ooh, my dad probably got away, but he probably took out some lieutenants and stuff, and it was probably particularly bloody.
there? Yeah, you got a pretty gory sight. This was back in the Bronze generation when people got edgy.
Yeah, I
Um,
was a child back in those days.
yeah. Cool. So, what was your dad's name? What was your dad's name? What's a good, like, angry old Japanese name?
Hanzo?
Hanzo.
Hiroshima? I don't know. Something.
Hanzo.
All my stuff is going to be alliterated, by the way. I was thinking of names, and they all came up alliterated. Like, first name, last name starts with the same letter. It just happens when you make superhero identities. I don't know why.
As it should be. No, Hanzo's perfect. Yeah, Hanzo. Cool. So that's how you met him. He basically abducted you to become a child soldier.
Mm-hmm.
When and why did you choose to train with them? Because he abducted you.
Yeah, basically, I don't think I realized I had other options, and he was like, "Yeah, I'll teach you to survive," and I was like, "Oh, I can't survive," so.
Why did you agree to train with? Why did they agree to train with you? Because he needed a child soldier. Who else outside the team knows about your training?
It's gonna be an older. I'm thinking maybe Vector, because you've had a while
Outside of the team.
Outside.
outside of the team. That's right. Shoot, I keep thinking Apocalypse World. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you.
Somebody
You want
else
to
knows.
set up your hex.
I know. Somebody else knows. It's probably another trainee fighter. I mean, hero.
Oh, cool. So maybe if you're his information gathering tool to Oculus, maybe there's a more blunt instrument tool he has.
Ooh, maybe.
Like if you're there to gather information, he needs something to deal with that information afterwards. Perhaps let's see, Prai, Oculus, and
That it involves watching things with the
Prai-
orbs.
Prai, Oculus, and Shutter.
Eyes.
Iris.
Shutter. Oh, I like that one so much.
Yeah. Shutter, and I think
Because that has a double connotation because you're like shuddering.
Yeah, I think Shutter is like a very like you know how the Shutter like rings kind of go together, like that steel on top of steel look. I think his outfit's very like kind of like a mix of that and a SWAT outfit, and like a big like red dot in the middle. Maybe a bit like if you've ever seen that. We were talking about anime earlier. That anime, the Wolf Pack or something, and it's about like a police state, and there are these like terrifying like SWAT armors in that, and it ends with like the star character just gunning down the entire resistance, like walking through the sewers. It's brutal as fuck.
I'll have to write this down. I'm writing this down.
I'll look it up later for you, but yeah, that's kind of what I'm picturing. This like, whereas you're very much old school stealth and stuff.
Yeah,
I think this is the
Private
blunt
Eyes
instrument.
in my name, and the other one's like definitely like a SWAT weapon. Yeah.
That's cool. Awesome. So Shutter's the other one who knows, because you probably trained together. He's maybe the older one. Why do you care about the team?
I probably see them as like useful tools to further my job. Like I have a job, it's rid crime. These guys are really good at that, and I have all the information that they need to do it. So it's like a win-win for me.
Nice. And I guess now's the time when we move on to doing when your team first came together, relationships and influence. So, for you, when the team first came together, we stuck together after all was said and done. Why? How did we keep in contact?
Just a second, Matt. I think there's an order to answer these questions, depending on who's on the team, because some questions relate to other playbooks. So on the cheat sheet, you get an order, if I remember well.
On the cheat sheet. Is that on the GM sheet?
Yeah.
Let's have a look. Go into the GM sheet. Rolling through the GM sheet. Sing about the GM sheet.
While you're looking through that, it doesn't really change my answer. I keep in contact with you because I can use you guys. So I've given you all communicators that I can call you whenever I want, basically.
I've probably broken mine a couple times by accident.
I have lots of them, and I'll give them extras to you because you're useful to me. So
got wet and got ruined, you know. It happens.
I like tinker around and make special ones for you. I find it like I get to put my brain to work. Yeah, I like get to figure out a problem, and I'm always giving you new ones. Oh, this one's more shock resistant than last time. Oh, this one's more water resistant. Oh, this one's has less holes for bugs to climb into.
Vector, I'm not actually seeing a list of like order that they have to go in.
I'm opening the cheat sheet to.
I was looking at it just there. I could see a list of all the different questions, but there wasn't like a. Because like I don't see how there could be an order because there's always going to be different combinations.
Yeah, but that's you have to do it in the order they came, whatever. No matter if
me and Vector were probably the first ones on the team. Is that how it works then?
Yeah. Then it's
me and Vector probably teamed up. I gave everybody communicators. Mine doesn't really change. So then Vector, you'd go next then, right?
Oh wait. I think there is a. Hang on a sec. The recommended order of questions is Bull, Nova, Outsider, Janus, Delinquent, Doom, Legacy, Transform, Protege, Beacon. So the first person we would have is Nova.
Yeah. So,
sorry about that.
My question is, when we first... where is it? Oh, I lost my playbook. We destroyed our surroundings in the fight. Where was it? What did we destroy? So it involves we had a great fights coming together.
Yeah. Maybe this is the fight that brought you guys together for the first time. Perhaps it was one of the many invasions.
The bulls question, actually.
Well, yeah, but we
don't have a bull.
We don't have a bull,
yeah,
so fuck that question. It's gone. Maybe there was an invasion or a giant monster attack, something that brought you, and you were all in the area, and that was the first time you fought together.
Power Ranger style.
Yeah.
Like heavy robots, like huge robots or dinosaurs.
I imagine Vector being at the front of it, like being the canary in the coal mine. Everything starts happening. Everybody's looking around the city as like cars are starting to lift a couple inches off the ground, and like things are falling over. And so we're all like, oh shit, it's about to go down. And we all gathered together. And that was the beginning of the Phoenix group.
Well, I mean, maybe it was like, if that was the case, maybe it was the fact that it was like in the forest. Because like you two were there sorting out some business, and it was in the Evergreen's forest that was getting destroyed, and I was happened to be like just traveling, just like hitching rides when this commotion happened.
Perhaps not the forest, but perhaps like a park in the city.
A large park, that like Central
like
Park.
Central Park, yeah.
Yeah, like the Hakion. I'm gonna keep saying the name wrong. I'll just say it however I want. Hakion's Hakion Park, Hakion main park.
Bless you.
Thank you, Hakion. Hakion main park. Yeah, I think what happened was your cult, the Fractured Horizon. I have a feeling they like to attempt summonings, don't they?
Yeah.
I reckon they summoned.
Yeah.
In an attempt to capture you, your sister Shade had a particularly powerful sort of corrupted plant spirit summoned. They didn't expect Nova or Fracture to be there, and Fracture. Let's see, Vector. Sorry, we destroyed our surroundings in the fight. Where was it? So we were in the park. What did we destroy? Yeah, Vector. What would you have destroyed during this like conflict? This huge.
Probably the park. It would be like an icon in itself. So if we were to destroy a park in the center of the city,
I guess
it could also be perhaps there's like maybe there was like a statue in the park of like a golden age hero.
Yeah.
Of Maggie or whatever she's called, the first hero.
Yeah, I don't remember her name, but
look it up.
What was it again?
It's not. That makes sense because that's the group that made the game, right? Magpie.
Yeah. I think it's Maggie Magpie or something. Oh, there it is. The very first hero was Maggie McKinney. I should know this. I'm Scottish.
You should.
Maggie McKinley.
Mackenzie, no?
I am so dyslexic. MacCintyre. Maggie. A statue of Maggie.
Bless you.
Good enough.
It's
the Halo Jigsaw.
Yeah. You destroyed some statue of poor Maggie, I think.
we can call her Flying Freedom.
Yes. You destroyed a statue of Flying Freedom. Thank you. And I have a statue of Flying Freedom on the screen right now. It's perfect. Yeah.
Just put that in your notes as FF.
Yeah. You destroyed a statue of the Flying Freedom in the battle. Does that sound good?
Yeah, and maybe a part of the park itself.
Oh yeah. I think there was a crater in that park afterwards.
Yeah, I was thinking of unleashing my powers to create a mini black hole.
Yeah,
just sucked everything up.
Yes, sucking everything and.
Yeah, cool.
Good job.
Yeah, we were waiting for more. We thought there was more coming there.
I was out of ideas.
Nice. Okay, cool. So yeah, you create a black hole. You accidentally destroyed this this important monument and a good chunk of the park while you did it, attacking this thing. Yeah. And then the next one we're supposed to ask after the Nova is the Outsider. Nope. Janus. Nope. Delinquent. No. Doomed. So we already know you were there at the park. Like, this was actually designed to catch and trap you.
Yeah. My question is, we paid a high cost for victory. What was it?
Did somebody die? Did one of our team die?
Yeah, like I was thinking, it's like maybe we had like a fifth member.
Yeah.
And, like, they gave their life.
Yeah. Well, if this was you guys getting together, perhaps it was another hero who came.
An older hero.
Oh yeah, could also. I wouldn't.
Let's see. I think I like the idea of it being like a younger hero.
Yeah,
Like,
It'd be part of our
Kinda
team.
pushing
That
us
would
forward.
mean it'd fall onto me because I'm kind of the leader. It'd fall onto the people that were there because we were kind of assisting in the event. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, like it reminds me of like the Avengers when Agent Coulson had to make
Exactly.
everybody.
Like maybe she wasn't part of like the Vector and like Prai, but she was just someone else that was just walking by that had powers. And was like, oh no, gotta help, and like they gave their life.
Yeah, the way I was kind of picturing it was something bad happened and you all happened to be in the area and all like rushed there, like, you know, in plain clothes, kind of showed up. Or maybe it wasn't even someone with powers. Perhaps it was a police officer or a mundane who tried to do the impossible.
I like the idea of it being a cop because then if they died in our actions, the fallout falls onto us because we were the powerhouse.
Yeah.
What if it was like a child, like a family were picnicking and a child got loose?
Just make it more and more brutal. It was a
I like
child
the cop.
police officer.
It was part of a new active thing to get younger people involved in policing
exactly.
people.
It was like you're like your special officer, you know.
They're the reason we couldn't take young Justin.
Man.
Captain McCuddles.
You've got to go take notes on all these things and tell people like not to litter. So ran up and said to this giant monster, "Don't you litter!" And then
We're dooming ourselves if this is true.
I'm just seeing Kamen Rider from fucking One Punch Man.
Yeah.
Woman Rider. Yeah. So some guy.
Kamen Rider's just this random dude. Everybody loves him because he always shows up and helps, but he's just like a random guy.
He's just
and
a
then
dude on
he
a
like
bike.
shows up. Yeah, shows up to help and just gets murdered.
Yeah. Okay.
He was like an icon. He was like an icon for the community. He was like,
Yeah.
Regular people can be just as important as heroes, and he was out there on the initiative and died.
Yeah, there was going to be a beacon in this game, but he got impaled on a sharp root. Yeah, okay, so perhaps this guy without powers who had been trying hard, like, to make the place a better place, and he had got people on his side, and he'd, like, done it, like, initiatives and stuff. He hadn't really, like, fought evil, but he'd fought purse snatchers and, like, helped people.
Yeah, created public awareness.
Very, very, very known in the area. He tried to help and he died, which maybe made all the people who have amazing abilities and powers think, perhaps we're being shitty for not helping people.
Bloody noob.
Yeah. Cool. So you lost the savage cyclist.
Oh yes!
And he just rode around on a bike,
Got like a utility bike.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like a nice BMX.
Yeah, with like 21 speeds.
Yeah. Used to do like tricks.
He like rings the bell when he comes up. Ring ring.
Oh no.
Or does he have a horn?
There's only I think there's only
Coming to save
one
justice.
person here who might get this reference, but there was a sketch show over here called Mitchell and Webb, and they used to do a sketch called The BMX Bandit and the Angel Summoner. It was just like, I could pop a wheelie, or I could summon angels from heaven to do the job for us. Okay, the savage cyclist died. May he rest in peace.
They're gonna make a new statue, and they're gonna put it where FF was, and it's gonna be just Savage Cyclist.
Holding up his bike with one hand.
That's awesome. The Transformed is next.
Alrighty. My one sec.
Shut the hell up! I'm playing games.
Yeah. So mine is we drew attention and ire from plenty during the fight. One important person in particular now hates and fears us. Who is it?
I think it might be the mayor.
Yeah.
That was my first suggestion. Is the mayor's just like,
Same.
no, we don't want you.
Especially when they took the savage cyclist helmet off and it was his son.
Oh man!
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes.
I don't like the idea that it was a root anymore.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like this was a fight between earth elementals. Get these earth. We're going to build a wall between us and the swamp.
And we're gonna make the swamp pay for it.
Try.
Kicking all the alligators out. Get out of our sewers. Yeah, you killed the mayor's son. Well, you didn't kill him, but he died. He died trying to be a hero, and you got the mayor's ire for that, and he's been watching you hard ever since. And finally,
These Phoenix, they're dangerous.
Loose cannon. We struck together the protege. Sorry, you can say it.
We're good. We have communicators, and I call them whenever I need help.
Yeah. So basically, what the fight happened, you went, everyone give me your mobile number.
No, I just like had a bag, and I'm just like, take these whenever I need your help. You'll know. Just show up.
I also like the idea that Shade and Vector got home and just got they were just in a Skype group chat and a Facebook group chat, and it's like, what happened?
It was already there. There's a Discord and like private servers. They're like, what the fuck?
You get back and Eli's like, Evergreen, why do I have a Facebook friend request?
Just get off the computer. It's my time.
I didn't even have Facebook. He just created one for me.
Yeah, he just created a Facebook page for Shade.
Yeah.
It's got all of your information too. You're like, what the fuck? How did you even know this?
This is a picture of me just like holding my hand.
Yeah. Like exact height, exact weight to the day. You're like, what the? I just took a shit. How did that? What?
The picture of you is like taken from some ancient like scroll, like the prophesized one, and he's just like snapped it, gotten it from Google
question.
Images.
Do you want my personality? Part of my character is my personality. If I'm humorous, I can be doing these kinds of bullshit things, or I can just be only business and everybody hates me for doing it.
That's entirely up to you.
Yeah.
Whichever way you think you can pull off more amusingly, but not disrupt the game is kind of the
Damn
answer.
it.
Awesome.
Okay, I'll have to think about that since my relationships will be last then.
So that
Robin's usually both of them anyway.
Yeah.
So that was your first.
Do I want to be Damien or do I want to be Dick Gray? That's the question.
Oh, everyone hates Damien. Just don't be Jason Todd.
I know.
Yeah. I hate Damian Wayne so much.
I'm Batman's son.
So I'm thinking I'm going to be Dick
I was
Gray.
raised by Rachel Gould. That's just how I picture him in my head.
He totally is, though. So yeah, I'm Dick Grayson. Never mind. That's decided it. And since everybody hates fucking Damien.
Nice. And do we do our relationships in the same order? Do you think?
I think it might be reversed because I've already worked with people.
I'm not, let's see. Ask
I'm
the
not
whole
sure.
thing. Weave together to answer.
I think it's the order doesn't matter for this one.
Okay. Cool.
Personal.
So yeah, let's do relations. Let's start with Prai since he went last there.
All right. Me and another teammate have teamed up together a few times before the rest of us came together. So that I think would be Vector because he's already had a mentor. He's already been in the hero community for a while, or like similar to me. Whereas you had to learn your powers. I was given my powers very early with that intent. So
yeah, that makes sense to me. Cool.
And then my mentor is cautious of someone and asked me to keep an eye on one of the members in the group. And it also might be Vector too, or Shade. Either one
Shade,
of you, really.
maybe.
I think it might be Shade.
Yeah, probably me.
I mean, it could be
Because
Shade or
my-
Evergreen because Evergreen's literally a monster.
I'm a good guy.
But
Don't worry about me.
I don't think Oculus knows.
Prai kind of know. Prai would know that Evergreen's just kind of this normal dude. I think Shade seems like obviously shadier, and will Oculus want to know about that?
Yeah, I mean,
think
Shade
Evergreen's
didn't
like
have
a
a
friendly
Facebook
giant.
page, so
Yeah.
I'm the normalist dude.
Yeah.
You're really the Raven of the group, so that's why I have my eye on you. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You have the most potential to be disastrous.
Yeah.
And just evil.
Even more so than Vector, I feel, because of your innate qualities. So yeah.
Yeah.
I'm got an eye out for you from Oculus.
That's perfect, actually. It
Cool.
falls into my one.
nice. So you're keeping an eye on Shade. That makes a lot of sense, and the Vector one makes sense. Cool, I like it. And are you playful or business?
I'm playful. It's official. I goof off a lot. I like. I'm very. I put lots of wordplay. I'm very intelligent, so I like to do all that kind of stuff. Also,
And-
the idea
and
of
you- I like the
fighting
idea-
somebody while coming up with quips is just like the ultimate badass. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
I also like the idea that while like Shutter is this big like armored tank and Oculus is this like dangerous Batman-esque character, you're on Reddit. Like
Yeah.
like, makes total sense. Awesome. That means you give influence to 2 teammates.
Vector and Evergreen.
Nice. Okay. And then we'll go to Evergreen.
Alrighty. My first one is blank comforted you when you were at your lowest, and I think it might be Shade because Shade has that kind of we're both monsters vibe
Yeah.
and knows what it's like to be kind of pushed into a corner of what everybody thinks you are, and I feel like we probably communicate the most, or at least understand each other the most.
Yeah. You accept your long awkward silences. They're not as awkward.
Yeah.
It's just right.
Yeah.
The understood silences.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
And my other one is blank knew you before you changed. And yeah, because I changed my senior year of high school when I was doing the best in my football and all that stuff. So basically, anybody who went to the high school might have known Jackson Ryder, the guy who died senior year in the car accident.
I don't know if anyone here went to your high schools. One's from Switzerland, one's been on a runaway from a cult since 15, and one is
I think I went to like a fancy private school too. Like I'm rich.
The only way I could see it maybe being is perhaps Prai, for detective work, knows who you were before it happened.
My power is detective as well.
So while he might have not known you, he might have... Prai might have thoroughly stalked your memorial Facebook page and contacted your loved ones.
Happened, yeah.
Yeah, I like that. That's cool. Yeah, then you didn't know me, but you know me now.
Yeah.
What
Didn't
I used
know
to
you,
be.
but now they know you. Cool.
Maybe you have more insight into why I'm the way I am.
And for your influence, you try not to care what other people think. Even if you can't shut everyone out, give influence to one teammate.
I personally think it's Vector, because Vector's like what in Jackson Ryder's mind, he's like, I'm supposed to be that kind of superhero, like
So
the
you
big
care what
awesome
Vector
one that everybody
thinks.
looks at. Yeah, like that. I care because I feel like that's what I should be, and Jackson cares about himself.
Okay, and that takes us to Vector, the beacon.
Yeah.
Vector.
So my first relationship is you hang out all the time with blank to blow off some steam. So I guess it's Evergreen because he's like the cool big guy, and Shady's too shady, and Prai is to Dick Grayson.
I'm thinking I'm like a mean lord. Like I just say like means all the time. You talking to me and I'm just like pleb.
Yeah.
But like in a robotic voice as well.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like
TLDR. People are talking to me and I'm just like TLDR and like on my phone or something.
Yeah. So we are taking walks together, like the real big mouse guy and the...
Yeah, I also pictured like Evergreen has his own room because nobody wants to sleep with me because I just make everything around me not good. So like a man cave that people
It's
can come
dirty
to.
and there's like fucking dirt and like tiny animals and like there's like plants growing out of corners.
Yeah.
You're like, what? Why is that happening?
I have like a garden, but it's just a bookcase with dirt on it and flowers are growing out of it.
Exactly. They just started growing out of it.
Yeah, exactly. They're all my
Birds
friends.
live in
I can hear
there.
them.
Squirrels.
But Vector can totally put up with it because Vector's a freak too. Like you both have really high freak. That makes sense. Cool. And you once hurt Blank when you lost control of your powers. This might have happened during the big fight, Vector.
Yeah, I think it might be Prai because Shade has great powers too. So I think Prai has less abilities to avoid my my powers.
Yeah, that could be it. I think Prai and Shade are both kind of like mortally squishy. Shade's just probably better at avoiding it.
Yeah, and Shade got like magical powers, I guess.
Yeah.
So
Plus, like,
so
plus,
he
like,
can
science are like infinite power.
Infinite power. Cool. So you accidentally hurt Prai during the fight. Either with that, at some stage you accidentally hurt Prai.
Yeah.
Cool. And choose your demeanor: happy, facade, or locked down.
I guess it would be happy facade because I really want to get back into civilian life, mundane life.
Give influence to free teammates.
So all of
them.
Yes.
Everyone gets influence on Vector. And influence is like a binary thing. Like you either have it or you don't. It doesn't stack up, and you can trade it to put down their roles. You can also use it to try and adjust their labels, stuff like that, which is pretty cool. And finally, our doomed, our edgelord.
Yeah.
My favorite word at the moment.
Okay, so the first one is you told Blank all about your doom and the danger you're in. That would most likely be Evergreen.
Yeah, I listen to everybody because Evergreen doesn't talk as much as he lets people talk.
Evergreen,
Kinda
you,
keeps it alive.
you need to get good mundane because everybody's coming to you for emotional support and counseling. Like,
It's great because the way Jackson is, he's very envious of people, and when I'm envious, when I comfort someone, I use freak instead of mundane. So I tell them what I'm jealous of them about.
Yeah,
And
you're like
then-
that big planned guy who just
yeah.
Yeah.
Victor's
Yeah.
Victor's
Doesn't
I'm
know
so
what to do.
disconnect. Victor's like, I'm so disconnected from people. It's like my penis is a mushroom.
Groot style.
Yeah. But I think it was Evergreen because like I think I envy him the most is because like he's outwardly like a monster, but he's good on the inside, whereas I'm outwardly a normal, attractive person, but like I feel like I'm a creature on the inside.
Yeah,
It's harder when the monster's on the inside sometimes.
yeah.
That's cool.
You love to kiss blank before your doom comes.
See, I was thinking about this, right, and I thought, like, because of what Pre said, I was thinking since, like, I don't know if you want to do this or not, but because, like, you've been, like, assigned to, like, watch me.
Meta. I think Shade is into you. Like, I think she's got a lady boner for you.
like,
Prize into shade. Yeah.
I was thinking that maybe, like, you kind of tried to infiltrate, like, my personal life. I don't know that it's you under the mask. So, like,
Yeah,
you just come to me, like, for a normal person.
I have like I'm a just tiny Asian girl in the normal day. I'm just this cute tiny Asian girl, and so like it's just complete opposite of like the person I am at night or like when I wear my mask. So I and part of my my mentor has false identity equipment and these kinds of things, so I can totally just sneak around people. And oh no, I didn't take that. So yeah.
I was briefly thinking it might be funny if it's like you just have an online girlfriend that turns out to be Prai. Like you think she lives in Canada, but she's actually
You got catfished.
You're getting catfished by your teammate. But
yeah, because I'm thinking of like I don't know it's her. Like I don't know it's Prai. I just think it's some regular girl.
Well, that could be either way. Either way, it's like you just know her online, or
there's a girl there's this cute girl that's flirting with you online for sure.
Yeah, and like. Is Shade American?
What is Halcyon like? Is it like New York or Chicago style?
It's like Metropolis style.
Yeah, okay. She's Asian.
Yeah, I said Shade though. Is Shade American or is he European?
Shade.
Oh, I'm sorry.
She.
No, he's basically like definitely like English, like the old
English.
cults, like
Okay,
Freemasons.
Because if he was
like
American, then he'd be completely powerless to a small Asian girl. Like, there's
pretty much.
Yeah.
I'm powerless now in real life.
Cool. So you secretly want to kiss Prai, you just don't know it's Prai.
Yeah.
That's so creepy. You may be starting to figure it out because she uses lol a lot when you're talking to her. I don't know.
Lol. It's with a U, by the way, not an O. It's a U, lol.
But is that like your superhero persona, and are you completely different now outside?
I think in school she's still probably kind of memey. She's very intelligent, and she doesn't identify with normal like social constructs. So she like is definitely passes classes, definitely slacks off. So she's kind of like that kind of girl.
Cool. These people matter for what you need them to do. Give influence to two of your teammates.
It would definitely be Evergreen and Vector because I have like my Doom like track and I have infinite power, and I feel like if I do get kind of like lose control, I think Vector would be the one to kind of like kill me. He's powerful enough to actually do it. And Evergreen because I associate with him the most.
Yeah. And you don't know Prai is your online girlfriend.
No.
So
Also,
I actually don't like Prai.
Yeah, Prai. He's very abrasive person. He just talks in memes all the time and is constantly like belittling you through like very very subtle jokes. So he's pretty a subversive person.
I mean, yeah, she's basically pulling the pigtails. Like you like someone, so you're mean to them. That's great.
So Prai definitely sends you weird stuff online if you check it ever.
Prai, stop sending me porn.
And I'll just be like, lol.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny. And if Prai ever, if you, well, we probably won't get to because we're doing one session. This is kind of a lot of fun actually, just making up the backstory. I'm enjoying it. But if you ever did have a situation where you like discovered Prai was her persona, whatever that name is, you could maybe choose to give Prai influence in that situation because now you care what Prai thinks.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So we know our backstory. We kind of know how we relate to each other. It's kind of. I quite like this system. It takes a little while, but it's kind of fun. It's kind of fun as a game in itself. So
I got one more thing to do. I took as an advancement the Bull's Heart. It's a thing from the Novel's playbook. I can take the Bull's Heart.
I thought the Bull's Heart was a bull move.
Yeah, but it's part of the advancement track of the Nova.
Yeah, he said he couldn't take one for himself.
Oh,
remember?
yes, that's right. I let them all take an extra one because they were just doing a one shot. Cool. So the Bull's Heart. Yeah, I know that one. That means you like pick someone, get special defensey bonuses. Yeah, tell us about that.
I picked the defender move, so I roll plus danger instead of savior to defend my love or rival in battle.
Nice.
So
cool. So you have one love and one rival.
And so I guess Prai would be my love.
I'm so into this.
And Shade my rival.
Yeah, because Shade also has like incredible power like you, so there might be a bit of like, oh, you can move stuff with your mind. Watch me move stuff with gravity.
And then the love could be, honestly, initially you could just love me as like a good leader, and then if you found out I was a girl, you could like be in love with her name is Toki.
Okay.
This is a terrible situation. It's gonna end up horrible.
This is now so Teen Titans and Justice League because it's already super interwoven with like weird crushes and stuff.
Yeah.
That's great. I mean, it's just.
I love Megan. No, I love Megan.
It's yeah. We all love Megan. I mean, she is a shape changer. That's pretty hot. This is just like real like really being a teenager where everyone kind of fancies the girl who knows about the internet.
Oh my god!
It's like, oh my god, she watches YouTube. That's
she
awesome.
Plays games. Oh my god.
Oh my god, that's a thing that girls do.
The best part is though, she'd probably destroy you in them and then belittle you at your manhood.
I have a friend, one of the geekiest friends I have, who got his first girlfriend recently, and I swear to God they're dating because she is the only person who can beat him at Magic the Gathering.
Oh,
the only person I've ever seen do
relationship.
it. That's how we do it. Cool. So we know that you got together fighting an Earth Elemental summoned by the Fractured Horizon. During the battle, the Savage Cyclist died, and the statue to Freebird or Free Flyer, Freebird was destroyed. The mayor's son was the Savage Cyclist. But this got you together because Prai added you all to Facebook conversations and Skype chats, and you're now living in the Phoenix Foundation. You've got like rooms in the Phoenix Foundation to stay in while you're in the city, and you're doing good together, and you're all interwoven with strange like rivalries, and everyone apart from Evergreen fancies Prai.
And Evergreen has influence on everybody on the team.
And yeah, everyone super cares about the opinion of the giant plant monster. Because just Prai's a nice dude.
He's the heart.
He's the heart. He's the heart of the group.
He's our Groot. You're our Groot, man.
Yeah. Prai's Groot.
I'm down.
That's awesome. Cool. So let's take a break here now that we've got character creation done. Like, go get peas, go get drinks or anything, and then we can get started playing in earnest. Sound good?
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm so excited, you guys.
5-10 minutes. How much?
I'll say 10 minutes.
All right.
Okay.
If we're all back earlier, then we'll start earlier. But yeah, we'll go for 10. Cool.
Alrighty.
See you soon.
Yeah.